Hello, everybody. Welcome to my channel, and this is another video strategies, tactics, and boosts for this week's event, which is the community event. The communities it's been held after a vote amongst the community, and it's the Miami GP. And today we are going to see the tracks we are competing for the opening and final rounds. And for the opening and final rounds, we will be racing in Austin, Imola, Zandvoort, Montreal, Stavelot, Silverstone, Sao Paulo, and again Austin. Two times in each day. We first and eighth race, it would be Austin. This time, not like in the qualifying round. This time it would be both times a dry race. Only if I remember, no, we have two tracks, Imola and Stavelot, with rain. Imola with a big percentage of rain, 67%, and Belgium it would be 100% wet conditions. So let's get to it. Track number one, Austin. Again, like in qualifying. Before getting on analyzing our strategies for the tracks, I would like to say that Stroll and Albon are boosted 20% in this event, and Stroll seems to be to have a very big impact even at the top of the champion level. So it is very interesting. It is very interesting to see how big impact Stroll has in this event, and it will turn things upside down. So if you can use it, it would be great for you. Else, be careful because you will see some low team scores in your matchmakings, but it won't be so low if they are using Stroll. Anyway, let's go back to our tracks. Austin, and of course in Austin, I'm suggesting to you only go fast and furious, nothing else. There are lots of alternatives. I have seen lots of alternatives with grip and corners because if you can see, there are some the third sector, the yellow sector, is full of corners. Well, full of corners, but fast corners mainly. And in tracks like this, like Austin, you need speed. And if you want to go fast in the corners, you need aero because they are fast corners. They are not slow corners where you need grip and corners. So I am still insisting 233 and 332 with dead fast eclipse, firework, gladiator, lumberjack, hex, all these fast boosts. This is if you are in front of the grid or in the middle of the grid. If you are at the back of the grid, your lowest driver 233, and you could you could easily choose 332 for your second, for your driver that is at the highest position in the grid. But alternatively, you can choose one pit stop strategy with the medium compound in both stints, and then again a fast strategy, Street Shark, or Lumberjack. With Street Shark, you can push more. With Lumberjack, you must be a little bit conservative, or you would use the hard compound, and then you can choose Lumberjack, Deadfast Eclipse. Hard compound can do easily 4 laps in Austin, but this is only if you are at the beginning of the game, you are new to the game, you don't have drivers at a good enough level that they so they have good tire management. Yes, then choosing harder compounds in order to go to make 4 laps here. Yes, then you can make a choice like this. So that's it for Austin. And track number 2, Imola. Maybe for me the fastest, not lap time, when we say not measuring with the lap time of Imola, because Imola is a big track, but it's very fast, very easy to overtake, and it's very easy if you are with a top team score to be surprised by someone with the lowest team score if he picks the right boosts and follows the right strategy. So there is a 67% here of raining, so we will see both wet and dry conditions. In the middle of the pack or in the front of the pack, 233 and 332, Deadfast Eclipse, Hex, Instinct, Firework. It's the same as all the Fast and Furious tracks. Alternative, this is if you are in the middle of the pack or in the front. Alternatively, you can choose 4-4 and Street Shark or Lumberjack. As you see, it's the same as in Austin. If you are at the back of the pack, 100% 233 for the driver with the lowest position, and then choose 332 or 44 for your second driver, for your driver with the highest position in the grid. Now, let's go to the raining. Let's go to wet conditions. Of course, again, 233 or 332 with Hex, of course, which is something like Deadfast Eclipse with Hex for your for one of your drivers. And for your second driver, you can choose the strategy again with 2 pit stops, 332, and then you can use TuneIn or Samba if you want to push a lot in let's go and see a little bit. Why we have this graphic, why don't we use it more often? So in Imola, overtaking is much easier even without a boost, an overtaking boost. So with Samba, you will be able to push a lot. Tire management won't be an issue if you go 2 pit stops. So it's a good choice. But for me, if you use Hex in your first driver, then use Exception for your second driver, which is something like Hex, and with fuel management you will be able to push even more. I would easily choose 233 Hex, 332 Exception, although I don't have enough. Well, Easter is coming. I would love. I'm going to take a lot of Exceptions boosts. Of course, you can choose, especially if you are at the back of the pack, one driver 2-3-3 with Hex, and the second driver 3-5 with Frost or Char or Dragon. Frost, you will be able to push more with 3-5. You can choose 4-4 where you don't need so much you won't need tire management. And excuse me, let's find Cranberry. Yep, this is it. Cranberry is a very good boost for rain, 5 in rain, and it helps in overtaking, so it could be useful with 4-4. And 5-3, if you choose to go 3-5, this would be if you are at the back of the pack, and it's like doing the undercut. Use Frost because of the 5 you see in tire management. If you are in the middle of the pack or in front, the top positions of the grid, you can choose 5-3, and then you don't need to push your first stint 5 laps a lot. So Char and Dragon are good choices. They have a little bit of tire management. With Dragon or Char, I would probably choose Dragon in this track. So let's go and see Dragon, because it's giving us tire management and fuel management, and this will allow us to push a lot. But in your first stint, 5 laps with a wet compound, we must be a little bit conservative, because with the 3 tire management here, we won't be able to push the red button a lot, so be a little bit conservative. So let's recap this. For a dry race, if you are in the middle and front of the pack, 2-3-3, 3-3-2, and you are perfect. If you are at the back of the pack, the driver that starts second, 2-3-3 for the undercut, and the driver that starts at the highest position, probably 3-3-2, again Fast and Furious for him too. If you don't like this, you can choose 4-4 with Street Shark on Lumberjack. If it rains, 2-3-3 and 3-3-2 with Hex exception for your 2 drivers. If you don't have exception, then tune in or Samba. And if you are at the back of the pack, 2-3-3, the lowest driver. The highest driver, probably 3-5 with Frost. Else 5-3 or 4-4 with the boost you are seeing on the table on your screen. I would choose the 2 undercuts, 2-3-3 and 3-5. It would be an interesting choice. 3-5 of course with Frost, so you can you can push in your second stint with which is 5 laps with a wet compound. So that's it for Imola. And track number 3, Netherlands, Zandvoort, 7 lap track, 4-3, 3-4. It's our choices here. Nothing. No, not so much to say to do. We're not. It's a waste of time to do 2 pit stops. Only if you are P1, make a big enough gap, and then okay, you have a free stop, a free pit stop. Then you can select 2 pit stop strategy. Else, 1 pit stop, medium and soft compounds. There is no tire management need here, and you can excuse me a little bit. I'm sorry about this. Okay, we are okay now. If and we can use there are two approaches in Zandvoort. We can use we can approach this, we can by trying to have a little bit of overtaking and acceleration and a little bit of speed. So if we choose these strategies, Hex, Instinct or Firework, because let's see, in Instinct, with Instinct, we have a little bit of speed. We don't need maximum speed because it's only one straight and it's a medium straight, so we don't need 4 or 5 mainly in this track. We need overtaking, we need acceleration because we don't have a big straight. We need overtaking because in the bended, as I say, straights, which is, let me show you. So as you can see, the red sector, the second part of the red sector, it's like a bended straight. It goes like this. So we need a little bit of speed there. We cannot go 4 or 5, but 2 or 3, 2 speed, it's good. And we need overtaking because we can overtake in the red. We can in the red sector, which is sector 1. We can overtake in the blue sector because the corners are very fast. So aero, if you have high aero in your setup, is it would be a plus for this track. And of course we overtake at the end of the straight in front of the pit lane, which is the end of sector 3, the yellow sector, and the beginning of sector 1, the red sector. So we need acceleration and overtaking. That's why Instinct, one choice, Hex, another choice. We won't reach, we won't get fully, we will not get the whole speed, which is 4 here, but overtaking 5, it's absolutely great in this track. It will help us a lot. And of course Firework, which gives us accelerate, all 3 things we want for this strategy. A little bit of acceleration, speed. We won't reach 5 in speed, but 2 or 3 we can we will reach 3 in speed, and of course overtaking, which is much useful here. So let's get back to our strategy, to our table, and our second for our second driver, no, another 2 choices are Hook, which gives us acceleration and overtake, or Vice, which gives us acceleration, speed, and you see grip. As we saw, there are some corners, fast corners, so grip is the second approach we can have in this track. So Vice, it's something in between. It gives us acceleration and speed and grip. And of course, as you can see, our third strategy is a very different approach. Skull, Gin or Wood. Skull, the best choice here. And we are tomorrow in Pit Pass we will get some Skull, and I will probably test Skull here on Friday. As you can see, Skull is boosting our overtaking ability. A little bit of fuel use. It's a plus here. We can push more. And 5 in corners. There are some fast corners, so it's helpful here. Probably not probably a big help is Jin. This is a whole different approach, as I said. Corners and grip. It has some blocking, okay, but corners and grip are the main our main focus for this track. And wood, here it is, corners and grip and a very fast pit stop. So you decide, depending on your setup, depending on your driving style, which strategy you want to use. You can use fast the fast strategy with Hex Instinct and Firework, the acceleration, the fast and overtaking strategy, the acceleration and overtaking strategy with Hook and Vice, or the grip and corners strategy with Skull, Jin and Wood. Take your pick. I think whatever you choose, I think all of them are good choices. So that was Netherlands and track number 4, Canada. Well, here overtaking, as we all know, is very difficult, so we will probably need to win, to gain positions by our strategy. This is why we are if we are in the middle of the pack or in front of the pack, 5-3 with downforce or Nazar. If you are at the medium and soft compound, 5 with a medium compound, 3 with a soft compound. If you are at the top of the grid, 1, 2, 3, then 5-3 maybe with soft compound, but then you have to use Taurus because the soft compound cannot go 5, and you won't be able to push a lot. But in order to push at the beginning a little bit, stay or go in P1 and then remain there, just cruise along the track for 5 laps and then change to softs, where you will be able to push, but you will be probably first anyway after the pit, your pit stop. Alternatively, you could, if you are at the top of the pack, you could choose 4-4 with softs and Taurus, so you can push and do 4 laps with a soft compound and push more. My main strategies here would be 5-3 with downforce, medium and soft compound, and 4-4 with a medium compound, Eclipse, probably. Firework would be a very good choice, because if we want to overtake inside the track, in the track during the race, let's see again. We can do it in sector 3, the yellow sector. After the U-turn, there is a big enough straight, but it's not so big that we can reach full speed without acceleration. So Firework would be a good choice here. So 4-4 with Firework, Eclipse, maybe Gladiator. We could easily go 4 with a soft compound, but we won't be able to push in our first stint. Well, so in the middle of the pack, 5-3 Downforce or Nazar, and 4-4 Eclipse, Firework or Gladiator, Lumberjack, which gives us a little bit of tire management, even Deadfast. Although we won't be able to use Deadfast, we won't be able to achieve the 5 speed in Deadfast easily, but okay, it's a choice. If you are at the back of the pack, then 5-3 for your driver that is in front, and for your second driver with the lowest position, 3-5. I'm saying Eagle, Rooster, or Nazar. Let's see Rooster. We want something with good tire management, and Rooster is able to give it to us, but we could easily and mainly use Taurus, although I'm not writing there. We can use Taurus because we have even more better tire management. We can push in our second stint more, and we have fuel management and a little bit of corner. So at the back of the pack, 3-5 Eagle, Rooster, Taurus, Nazar. It's my fourth alternative, and the highest driver 5-3 with Downforce. Mainly we want to overtake when the others are inside, when they are doing their pit stop. With 5-3 we are overtaking them when they we are overtaking the ones that go in the fourth lap. At the end of the fourth lap, they go inside the pit stop. Then we try to make as fast as we can our fifth lap, make our pit stop, and then with the soft compound probably try to push to overtake 1 or 2 positions. And it's the opposite with 3-5. It's the undercut. We get inside the pit lane probably by ourselves at the end of the third lap, and then fourth and fifth lap we push a lot. So when everyone is pitting, we overtake as many as we can. Okay, that's it for Canada. And for Canada, it's something like an undercut, because most of the drivers will go in the fifth lap for their pit stop. We pit on the fourth lap, and then we push the red button and make our fifth lap. As we all know the word hammer time. Well, the fifth lap is hammer time for our driver with this strategy. That's it for Canada. Let's go to Belgium, and of course we always said that Belgium is a very fast. We are mainly focusing on sector number 1, the red sector, where we go as fast as we can and where we get the most out of our boosts that we are using. But now we have 100% rain, so it is a wet race. Driver number 1, 2-2-2, hex or exception. Driver number 2, well, we could easily go 2-2-2, hex one driver, exception the second driver, or if you don't have exception, hex one driver and dragon the second driver, because it gives us it gives us fuel management. Or we can choose this one, Iron Force, so we can push a lot. It's great in rain, and we can push a lot in with it for in fuel use. So it's a very good choice if you want, if you don't have exception. For me, the best choice is hex and exception. Alternatively, hex and Iron Force, 2 pit stops, and push as much as you can. If you want to go for one pit stop strategy, then 3-3 with Frost. With Frost, we can push a lot. As you can see, 5 in tire management. Or Dragon, where we can push not a lot, but we can push with a wet compound, and we have the fuel usage, the fuel management, the fuel boost that will allow us not to think about oh, let's keep some fuel for the end. We will have enough fuel if we push at the spots that we must. So I am probably thinking 2-2-2 with hex. Let's correct this so you can have it too. It's Belgium track number 5. So let's go here and let's do this. Okay. This is okay. We did it. This is ready. So now you have all three, all my 3 suggestions. Not so much to, not anything else to say about this. You can choose the fast approach, hex, exception, Iron Force for both your drivers, or one driver with the fast approach and the second driver with the more, well, it's very difficult to overtake in Belgium with 3-3, but okay, it's a good strategy. It's a strategy that you will probably not lose positions, and you can win 2-3. You can gain 2-3 positions at the end of the race. So that's it for Belgium and United Kingdom. Okay, the United Kingdom. Well, here I'm not going to say that go both your drivers with 2 pit stops, because in Great Britain, in Silverstone, 4-3 if you use Taurus, 4 medium, 3 soft. If you use Downforce or Nazar, then probably 4 medium but not able to push too much. You can do 4 with a hard compound and 3 with a medium. 3 laps with a medium compound, you can push almost the whole 3 laps. With Downforce, yes, you can push all 3 laps. With Taurus, you can push even more. 4-3 in Silverstone is a very effective and a very good strategy. So if we are at the front of the pack or in the middle of the pack, our highest driver 3-2-2 and the second driver 4-4, 4 medium 3 with 4-3, 4 with medium 3 with a soft compound and Taurus. Our first driver 3-2-2 mainly with Hex. We can choose Instinct too. Now let's say something about 3-2-2. If we are not starting at P1, P2, P3, and after the start of the race, we are not in P1, in the middle of the first round of the first lap, then we can change. It would be better to change our strategy. Mainly if we are in the middle of the pack, 7th, 8th, 9th, and okay, we start with a soft compound, but we don't get to overtake enough drivers and get at the top of the grid, at the top of the race. Then instead of 3-2-2 with a soft compound, we can change our strategy, go 2 laps with a soft compound for our first stint, then 3 laps with a medium compound, but push the red button the whole 3 laps, and then again 2 laps with a soft compound. Why I'm suggesting this? Because if we are stuck behind 5 or 6 drivers, then we get in lap number 2, where probably no one is getting in. We are doing a very quick pit stop. Of course, probably we won't do service, so it's a quick pit stop. We get out, whatever position we get out, but in front of us all the cars are pitting in lap 3 and in lap 4. The next 2 laps, whenever we have a gap between us and another car, we push the red button and we get close to them, behind them, and we wait. And this is what we do in lap number 3 and in lap number 4. In lap number 3 and in lap number 4. Probably, I have done it a lot of times and it worked perfectly. After the end of lap number 4, we would be P1, probably, P2. Ideally, we will be in P1. Then we push the red button for the whole 5th lap. So we get a gap big enough between us and P2. We get our free pit stop with a soft compound and cruise to victory. Well, I make it sound so easy. It's if you do it, if everything goes well, it will work perfectly. If something goes wrong and at the beginning of lap number 5, you are not P1 and you are P2 or P3, then it will be an issue there. But again, I think I'm going to do this, and I have done it lots of times. So 3-2-2 if we get at the ahead early, 2 with a soft compound, 3 with a medium compound, and 2 with a soft compound if we don't get ahead early in the early stages of the track of the race. Now, if you are at the back of the pack, 4-3 for your 3-4 for the driver that is in front, is at the highest position. 4-3 for the driver that is at the back. That's it for Great Britain, and let's go to track number 7, which is Brazil. Dry race, dry conditions, very good weather, fast and furious track. 5-3, dead fast or lumberjack. 4-4, 5-3, 5 with a medium compound, 3 with a soft compound. 4-4, soft and medium with eclipse or hex. If you are at the top of the grid or in the middle of the grid. If you are at the back of the grid, well, then you could alternatively think 4-4 for your highest driver and 3-5 for your second driver, but maybe 3-5 with Street Shark, because Street Shark, let's see the difference here. Dead fast, tire use 1. Lumberjack, here it is. Lumberjack, tire use 1. Street Shark, tire use 3. So if we decide to choose the strategy where our second stint is 5 laps, we need tire management, better tire management, so we can push in our second stint. Okay, so 5-3, 4-4, dead fast, eclipse. 4-4, eclipse, hex, dead fast. For if you are at the back of the grid, and 3-5 with Street Shark. Our 8th lap, United States. Again, Austin. Just remember to go fast and furious, and that concludes our 8 tracks for this weekend. So thank you for watching. I hope you found this useful. You found this this video helpful for your weekend. Well, okay, as the exhibitions go by and as we are reaching the end of the season of F1 class, mainly we all know how to, and we have decided how to race in every track, but as I always say, we always learn and we always try new things. So if I'm going to try new things in opening and final in my live sessions, you know that. So if you want to see these strategies and some let's say experiments live being implemented in the opening round and in the final round, subscribe to the channel, because live sessions are coming this weekend, opening and hopefully, if everything goes well, the final round. And of course, stay tuned for other videos that are being uploaded every day. Subscribe, like, press the little bell to get notified, and come back to our next video. Have a nice racing weekend, and I hope to see you all next time. Bye.